Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having an awesome day. This past Friday actually, Imagine Dragons just released their newest album called Origins. I am a big Imagine Dragons fan. So I'm gonna do a first listen and album review right here. I haven't listened to any of these songs yet, like usual. But the only song I have heard before is Natural, the lead single off this album. I've heard it before. Other than that, all other 14 tracks on this album I have not heard yet. This is the deluxe edition, so there are 15 tracks. I will be listening to each and every one. So let's get into it with track number one called Natural. So I will admit that I didn't actually like that song when I first heard it way back when, whenever I first listened to it a few weeks ago. But it's definitely a grower. I definitely love the song now. I think it is a really good first choice for a lead single off this album. Anyway, we are moving on to track number two called Boomerang. You're my boomerang, boomerang. Oh, that's such a cute little song. You're my boomerang. Really cute song, really dope song. I actually really liked it. But I will say the cover art for this album, Origins, I really like it. It's very post-apocalyptic. It's an abandoned city. It's totally overgrown with shrubs and greenery. Totally abandoned. I really do like the aesthetic of it. It's really cool. But yeah, really cute song, Boomerang. So far, two for two. Really good songs, Natural and Boomerang. Now moving on to track number three, Machine. Okay, so just from reading the title alone, Machine, the title of the song, you kind of already know what it's going to be about. It's not about them wanting to be the cog in, the music industry's machine. They're not sellouts. You can't buy them. They're not for sale. That's pretty much what the song is about. Dope song. I really did like it. So far, this album is very typical Imagine Dragons. There really isn't anything new or experimental. It's Imagine Dragons, so if you love their previous albums, I imagine you'll like this album as well. It's just go-to Imagine Dragons. Nothing really different from the norm, but still fairly good. So now moving on to track number four, Cool Out. Okay, so that was Cool Out. Really cool, very slow, very chill song, which I do like once in a while from Imagine Dragons. Though I do like their hardcore rock, screamo. Well, not screamo, but you know what I mean. Like, they're screaming songs or anthems. I do like their more chill, relaxing songs, which is what Cool Out is. Is it a standout track? Probably not, but I genuinely like it. I really haven't been blown away yet with any of these tracks. They've been kind of playing it safe. Though they are good, there's nothing like wow yet, which I am waiting for. And sorry if I keep licking my lips. My lips are very dry. It's winter now where I live. It's really cold out, so like my lips are so dry. Oh, okay. Hopefully that'll help. Okay, so moving on to track number five, Bad Liar. Okay, so that was Bad Liar, and I gotta say, I think Bad Liar is my favorite song on the album so far. It's essentially about, I mean, this year in general. I mean, you'll hear stories from everyone that there's just something about this year, 2018. There's something in the air. This has not been a good year for anyone. It's been such a hard year for so many people. And this song is essentially talking about how, what was once paradise and what was once happy and full of life is now just shit, and it's very hard to be a liar and say everything's okay. I'm okay, you're okay, everything's fine when it's actually not, and I'm a bad liar, you can see through me. I say everything's okay, but it's actually not, everything is shit. I feel like everyone can kind of relate to this song to some degree, especially this year. Like I said, something in the air, something's happening. Obviously, we know what's happening in the world, so much shit's happening. 2018 has just been a horrible, horrible year. I know it has been for me. Not horrible, it's been bad, but not like horrible or anything, but you know what I'm saying. So far this song is my favorite song on the album. So anyway, track number 6 called West Coast. Let's get into it. I'll Be Your West Coast Honey. Yes, I really did enjoy this song. This one and Bad Liar are my two favorite songs so far on the album. Really fun to listen to in a way. I really did enjoy it. So now we are moving on to track number 7 called Zero, and this one is actually from Ralph Breaks the Internet, the sequel to Wreck-It Ralph. I'm really excited about it. I think it comes out like in a couple weeks, whatever. So anyway, I guess this is like the theme song or whatever. It's the big single from that movie, Zero. So let's get into it. All I want to do is clap. Zero, zero. Zero, zero. So that was definitely the most pop sounding song on the album, which I didn't really have a problem with. It's a lot of fun, as you could see. A lot of fun to listen to. I had a blast. This makes me even more excited for Ralph Breaks the Internet. So yeah, that is a great song. Again, not like typical Imagine Dragons, very poppy, but at the same time, I still love it. So anyway, moving on to track number 8, Bullet in a Gun. You only care about fame and wealth. Whoa. So Bullet in a Gun, really interesting song. Again, another song I fairly enjoyed. I will say though, I am more of a fan of this middle section of the album than the beginning. I thought the beginning of this album was okay, but I'm really digging this middle part. From Bad Liar number 5 all the way to number 8 right now, Bullet in a Gun. It's kind of on the roll right now for me, so that's really exciting. So now we're moving on to track number 9, Digital. The next 5 songs on this album are actually one-worded. So we have Digital, then Only, then Stuck, then Love, then Birds, which I thought was really interesting. Yes! We're the face of the future. You just want to change everything. Okay, so that was Digital, a lot of fun to listen to. I had a blast. I can see why some people wouldn't like that song, but I had a blast listening to it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Really unique to this album so far, I gotta say. So now we are moving on to Only. Guys, after listening to most of this album so far, I'm just so disappointed that Natural was chosen as the first single. Though Natural is a decent song, it is very radio friendly. It's very like, what's the word? It's very mainstream, I guess. I guess that's why it was chosen, but there are just so many better songs on this album that could have been singles. I'm just a little disappointed Natural was chosen because I'll be honest, I didn't really want to do this first listen. I wasn't really into it. I knew I was going to do it, but like I thought it was gonna be like a bit of a chore to do. But I'm so happy I did. Like I'm having so much fun listening to this album, especially these middle tracks right here. I'm really digging these songs. And now I am on track number 11 called Stuck. So I guess the streak had to come to an end. That was Stuck. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of this song. It felt like a little bit of a filler. It wasn't really interesting in my opinion. I felt like there wasn't really passion in it. I don't know. There's something was off about it. It just sounded like a filler track. It just seemed like a song just to kind of throw into the album to make the track list longer. I don't know. I could be wrong. Not really one of my favorite songs on the album. It's okay. It's more slow song. It's more chill. But again, like I didn't really care for it. So anyway, we will move on to track number 12, Love. So actually leave a comment. I'm very curious to know. This happens to me a lot. An artist or a label or whomever will release a lead single and it's okay. It's like, okay, that's an alright song, and then the album drops, and you kind of listen to the single again, and then you dig into the songs that weren't released as singles, and they're so much better than the singles, you know? That happens to me so many times when I listen to an album. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of the singles released, and I dig into the other songs. The other song's not really meant to be a single, and they're so much better than the radio-friendly or mainstream songs they release as singles, which is really unfortunate. Labels have to do that to release like the mainstream popular song to kind of sell the album, and then you get all these hidden gems that are never released as singles and they're so much better. It's really frustrating when that happens, honestly. So leave a comment, tell me if that happens to you where you're not necessarily a fan of a certain single off of an album. Maybe give me an example of a single that you weren't a fan of, and then you dig into the rest of the album and it's like, oh my god, there's so many hidden gems here. Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to know. So anyway, getting back to the album, we are on track number 12 called Love. Okay, so that was Love. Love, definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. I love the message it is sharing with the listener. Where did we all go wrong? Where did all the love go in the world? Prejudice, racism, hate, that is what's fueling our world right now. Where is the love? Where is our love for our fellow man, for our fellow brothers and sisters? It seems like it's going down the tubes. But I feel like as a world, as a country, as a society, we are coming together in face of terrible occurrences that are happening in this world right now. A very strong message, and I feel like that is why I love this song so much. Definitely one of the highlights on the album. Very, very great song. So anyway, moving on to track number 13, Birds. So that was Birds. Again, similar to how Love was a very inspirational song, Birds is as well. Seasons change, life goes on, people live, people die, but birds fly in every direction. People move on, people come and go. Just fly high, keep your head up, and just keep moving forward through everything that happens. Just embrace life, I guess. At least that's what I got from the song. That's kind of how I interpreted it. Okay, Okay, time to wrap up this album. Let's be real here. Okay, it's getting to that point. Second last track on the album is called Burnout, which is kind of what I'm having right now, honestly. Okay, so that was Burnout. Burnout, a song about not giving up, don't burn out, believe in yourself, even through your downfalls, fall down on your feet, but you will get back up again. Just don't ever burn out, especially when it comes to your dreams and aspirations. Just keep on going no matter how many times people or whatever put you back down. Just rise up again and you will persevere. So number 15, the last track on this album. I'm a little sad, honestly. I really genuinely enjoyed this album. I've liked most of the songs so far. I feel like this album is one of their more personal albums, just from the impression I got from listening to all the songs. So anyway, track number 15, Real Life. So that is Real Life, the last track on this album. Again, some social commentary on this song like we've been getting from these last few songs. If anything, this second part of the album, turn your phone off, look me in the eyes. We need to appreciate real life more, being in the now. Physical contact instead of looking at our screens, messaging one another, not hearing each other's voices, not looking at each other's faces face to face. Instead of we're seeing each other through screens, we're not being personal, and we need to just shut off our phones, which, as nice as that sounds, it's not going to be happening anytime soon, which is very unfortunate and a very sad way to finish off listening to this album. So I really did enjoy this album. I wouldn't say it was fun to listen to. It wasn't. There were a couple fun songs on here, but again, I feel like this is a very personal album. Again, some social commentary in these songs. Overall, I did enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed the middle to last half of this album a lot more than the first. The first half is very mainstream. It's very, radio friendly. But I did read that Bad Liar will be the fourth single on this album, or off this album, I should say, which I'm really excited about. So anyway, my favorite tracks on this album, I guess Bad Liar. Honestly, I liked so many of them. If I had to choose my favorite, probably Bad Liar is probably my favorite song. But all the other ones, I did enjoy. There isn't really any on here I hate. I did say I didn't really like Stuck, the 11th song, but even that song's okay. But overall, a very solid album. I really did enjoy it. I'm excited to see Ralph Breaks the Internet as well. The 7th track on this album, Zero, is from that movie. Really fun, really exciting. Enjoyed this album. So leave your comment, tell me what your favorite songs on this album were, what were your least favorite, how did you like this album in general, so let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.